Hey you guys, it's Rico. I'm back again. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're feeling the holiday cheer. This year has been very hectic for all of us, but let's try to stay happy. Wang Lee Hom is a mega superstar in Taiwan. Love his music. I've been a fan of his for years. He's well known for mixing traditional Chinese music with hip hop, pop, soul, rock. He's just a musical genius, really. But it has come out that he is not a genius at his home life. So I remember when they announced that he was getting married, I didn't see him getting married. He never gave off that type of vibe to me, but he has a very clean cut image. I was like, okay, everybody's starting family now. So then it went on 8 years. All of a sudden they announced they were getting a divorce. They said that wasn't working out. There was terms in the divorce. He was saying how long she could stay in the mansion. She finally had a breaking point and she wrote a whole novel on Instagram. I didn't even know that you could write such a long post on Instagram, but it was like pretty much equivalent to 4 pages. Tried to get through it. I was losing strength as I was reading that, but she was trying to spill the tea, and a lot of people gasped and they were holding their breath because there was just no air left in the room after all that came out. Because, nobody knows too much about Wang Lee Hom and about his scandals outside of the media trying to say for years that he was gay. And that comes out too. But he came out, tried to do damage control. He was saying, she got pregnant. She was trying to hold that over my head. I married her. His father also came out swinging. I know his father had to get out of that chair with his cane, saying, she tried to blackmail my son and all of that. She had to come out again with the receipts. She was like, let me remind you, I was 16. You were in your early 20s. I was actually underage. You ran around with me. We got married. We had more kids. I come to find out that you run around with prostitutes. You're never home. I always try to call you. Don't answer your phone. She pulled out the receipts for all of this. There were other people out of the woods coming out through the branches, and they were saying, I know this information about such and such an entertainment industry that's in this girl group. He was running around with her. Then he cheated on her. Then we come to find out the latest news is that there's this singer that took a whole load of pills and tried to kill herself. They had pictures of her in the ER and her friends there, and basically her friends saying, Wang Lee Hom, I'm about to run up on you because you did this to my friend. You about to catch these hands. So I'm just here like this is too much for me. It really is. I'm tired, and this is not even my life. Then eventually he had to come out again and apologize and say, this is not the image I'm supposed to have. I'm sorry to my family. I'm sorry to everybody that I hurt. She's still here like, I got more receipts. Whatever you need to know. China jumped in and said they're going to ban him because this is not the image he's supposed to have, but they're being hypocrites because there are a lot of other people that they have allowed to skirt through who has not had good images either. But I've always believed that there have been people that have been out to get him. They have always, and this is not me defending him, this is just me that I've noticed, they've always kind of nitpicked at him from the time he came out. They said he spoke Chinese with a Brooklyn accent. They said that he wasn't that good of a singer, that his music wasn't all that. But meanwhile, there were so many people that followed his trend that he set because he was the only one at the time doing what he was doing. So there were so many singers in Taiwan that were trying to emulate what he was doing. And I would never take away what he gave to the music industry over there because he definitely did the thing. But I do look at him differently as a person. I don't look at him differently as far as a musician because his music is his music. I can choose not to support his music. I can choose to turn off his songs. I can choose to not watch his content and not give him views. But to know that this is happening behind the scenes gives me more evidence that there are a lot of entertainers out here that they get to a certain height of fame and nothing can stop them from doing what they want to do. They're beyond reproach. They're beyond being told that what you're doing is wrong, and they don't feel like that they're doing anything wrong when everything they're doing is hurting other people and making people feel bad. I'm not surprised about the prostitutes. I'm not surprised about him being narcissistic and being addicted to sex. Like, his ex-wife has pulled all these receipts out so that everybody can see them. It's a very, very messy situation. And to know that at the center of this, his 3 children are there. That's what bothers me the most. Is that his children will have to hear about this in years to come and see this played out and see how messy his parents were online. And remember that their father was not there for them when they needed him the most, is what bothers me. His ex-wife will be okay. Now, yes, she went through some emotional turmoil, yes. But at the same time, she was young. She got with him at 16. She should have known when he was in his 20s and she was 16 that something was wrong with him then. She was underage. But still, she ran and got with him, knowing that he was the big superstar that he was, and he got even bigger over time. And most entertainers run around with multiple women. Most wives that are married to big-time entertainers know this. And what they do is they're content with it. And she knew as well that he was running around with prostitutes, and she was okay with it as long as she was with Wang Lee Hom. So when someone does you wrong the first time, you don't let them keep doing that to you because they're going to think that that's the green light for them to continue doing it. And he continued doing it. And then he manipulated her. He told her, well, this is the last time I'm going to come back to you. You're my one and only. But then she comes to find out that he wasn't stopping and that he was just being more secretive with it and that he's dating prostitutes, his staff, and other women in the entertainment industry. And that he was parading one girl around as his girlfriend when he was married. And then he cheated on her with somebody else. And then there's other entertainers that come out and say, I was not in a relationship with him, because people are trying to connect the dots and saying, well, he was with her and her, so he must have been with you too. And, they're like, no, I've never been in a relationship with this man before. But he is just an example of many other male entertainers that are out there that are doing the dirty in the dark. And what they don't realize is that somehow it comes to the light and people are going to find out about it and people are going to judge you. China trying to ban him. He's gone on a hiatus. I don't blame him. He's at this point in his career where he doesn't really have to do too much else more. I do think this is going to affect his image. I do think it's going to affect his companies, his apps, whatever else he's trying to do. But he did it. And it was laid out for him. He has to lay in his mess now. I really hope for the best for his kids. That's who I worry about the most. I want his kids to live a good life. I want him to be a better father. I don't think it's okay for him to pretend like he's there for his kids and he's not, because they need you. Now, if he's actually undercover gay, let him be. That had nothing to do with me. Would I meet him in person? No. Would I ask for his autograph? No. Would I really watch anything with him as far as movies or whatever? Because I've watched his movies. I've supported him all around just because I thought that he was a very great singer, wonderful producer, wonderful musician. I'm gonna be honest, I probably wouldn't now. But at the same time, the only people I feel sorry for in this situation are his kids. I don't feel sorry for anyone else in this situation. I can't, because they all knew what they got themselves into. Only thing we found out at the end of the day was that he's addicted to sex, that he's a narcissist. And it's all out there now. If he is running around with men and really he just used her as a baby-making machine, I mean, that's a trash bag move. That's all I really have to say. This is a lot. It's a lot. It is what it is. Ugh. I'm done. You guys follow my social media, mostly my Instagram. Also have a blog on East Asian pop culture. The link is always down in the description box below. And remember, be real. Stay real. Stay faithful to your lover, spouse. Live in the real. And take care of your kids. And be emotionally there for your kids. And I will be back.